guys, Rick Show here on the 22nd of May 2023. We've got a nice neutral morning. Quiet down now, guys. Hey, quiet, leave the kitty alone. Hey, he's just like his mom. He's got to chase the kitties. Hi, kitty, kitty. That was our old kitty. Hi, kitty. Get out of there, Boomer. Get going. Get going now. Go, go. He's got to chase the kitties. I don't know why. But we had a pretty good weekend. We had the little guy had his birthday weekend. Grandma's still here. We had a day of some serious rain. I mean, it really poured for about an hour or so. Maybe not quite an hour, but it didn't do anything to the ground. Everything just ran off. Streets were full of mud. You know, didn't get a chance to soak in at all. It's been dry here, guys. It's been like a drought, and that's not very good. Not very good at all. But we're still getting ready for our visa thing for my wife. That's only 9-10 days away now. We went ahead and just to make sure we're not late or miss it, because you miss this, it could be another 6 months before we get another appointment, and you lose your money that you paid. So we're going to go down and stay at a hotel down there. It's half a kilometer away or so, a little bit more. So what can happen is, let me turn this light on. What can happen is we can walk there, then we got a place to park. Every time we go down there, it's a hassle trying to find a place to park, guys. So this way we'll just leave it in the hotel. We'll check in the day before. I found one that was a little bit more expensive, but it had a real nice pool. And that way the kids, you know, the day before, we can check in at 2 and the kids can swim and jump on the beds and all that kind of stuff. But it was a real pain doing stuff online. I get so sick of doing this crap. It says, okay, how many adults? And I put in, 2 adults and 3 children. And I'm doing all this stuff, and you got to put your credit card in because they want a little deposit. Or do you want to pay it all? And I'll just pay it now. And then it comes back only 2 adults. So I hope we don't have a hassle for that. But, these online, and doing anything online in this country, maybe all countries, I don't know. I've been here too long, is just crap. It's such a hassle to do anything. Maybe it's because I'm on a phone, and that could be the headaches that I'm having. I had a headache with the live. I was going to do a live Sunday. And then I think it was the day before my boy's birthday. I set up the live, put it all on there, and it was there. It was up in the right-hand corner. Okay, great. So then I went back, I think it was Saturday, and I looked, it wasn't there. Oh, what the hell's that? It's just not there, and it wasn't on my Algor Beaks channel. And I thought I didn't want to announce it. I just want to see how many will come without me announcing it on the Rick Shaw channel. So, okay, I'm going to do that. Well, I went ahead and put it in again. Then come Sunday morning, nothing. There's nothing there. It's just go live. And I thought, okay, well, it's not there, and there's no picture, there's no time that I did schedule for later. None of that stuff was there anymore. So, okay, so I just went to hit go live. Wouldn't let me. It just, nothing. You click the button, and nothing. So, it just makes me laugh. And then that vlog they took down from December, they said it was misinformation or some crap like that. So it was to do with the election, but I didn't say anything about it. I didn't say that, okay, the election was fake or anything like that. I just said, well, the Supreme Court's going to take it up. And that was the news of that time. The elections were up, and everybody was screaming their heads off. Something wasn't right. You had a guy that was filling football stadiums and filling the parking lots. And you had another guy that was hiding in his basement doing nothing. So I went ahead and I just said, oh, the Supreme Court might take it up, and that's why they took that one down. So, these guys are really something. I'm so sick of this these YouTube people, these obese, pierced, tattooed, purple-haired freaks. I really am. This is all part of it. This is BlackRock and Vanguard and all that. They're the guys who own these and tell people what the play is, and that's where Satan's at. He's sitting at the head of all that. And you got to remember, the merchants are going to run the world, set up the beast system, and it's going to be so bad, even that's going to be taken down. And I think that's coming, guys. It's not. It doesn't seem to be stopping. People think it is. They think it is, but it's always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And then they quiet it down and they say, okay, everything's going to be all right, They got all these hearings. I keep watching. This Jim Jordan guy, I don't know. I think he's worse than any of the libs in there. All he does is get up and have more here. Hey, okay. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? They're not going to get any of these guys. I'm telling you. They're not going to get a damn one of them. Hillary, you think they're going to get her? These people can't be touched. I seriously doubt they're going to get any. Look, they're still hiding the crap from the Kennedy assassination. I remember when I was a little kid, there was a lot of guys from World War II, and Korea, a bunch of them. My dad knew lots of these guys, and sitting around listening to them, none of them were buying it. I was just a little kid then, and these guys would all get over there and talk about that. None of them were buying it. And I studied ballistics and stuff like that. It doesn't happen when somebody gets you from behind. It blows out the other way. So he was shot from the front, and they're hiding this shit. They're hiding this stuff 60 years later, guys. It's such a pile of crap. The Bush was in on that big time, and that's why he got paid so much. But this is where we're at in this country. And these demons that run it, people hate the U.S. And who pays the ultimate price when the shit hits the fan is the people. In every country, the people get it. Not the people that are running the show. They're going to go hide somewhere in their bunkers, and they're going to be just fine. I was watching the news for the longest time about how Zelensky was kicking butt on Russia and blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff. This is all the fake news that they spew it out at people. So they do that, and oh yeah, he's kicking butt. Now he just came on TV, so well, it's gone. It's taken. They put so much fake news out, and it's just what you got to deal with. It's a shame. But hopefully everything goes smooth with our visa deal that we have for Faye, and the rest of these. This paperwork, I got to get the ECC2. I'll do that afterwards. And it's just so much crap you got to do just to get out. I mean, you got to get all that shit if they deport you too. Now here's that stinking noise-making dog. That thing never shuts up. That's such a shame. Such a beautiful dog like that. And he's in solitary confinement. I hope he never gets out. He's going to chew the shit out of somebody. And this is just what you get here in this country when it comes to dogs. And he's up 24 hours a day to bark at you. I used to not go here. It's 2:30 in the morning. I used to not go here, but I thought, heck with it. I'll wake him up. I'm not gonna go way down at the bottom street anymore just to step in dog crap. There's so much dog poop down on the lower street now because everybody's walking their dogs there in the morning. So they just crap in the middle of the street. And I'm like, oh, jeez. My dogs, they poop right in the grass. I don't know why they can't get their dogs to poop in the grass. In the U.S., you rarely seen poop on the sidewalk. I mean, it might be every 5 years or something. Dogs always go in the grass, but not here. And most people will pick it up. I had one bit of trouble with a neighbor that his little dog ran up, and he goes, "Look, I can't stop him." I said, "Well, you ought to pick it up." And he goes, "Oh," But he put up a fence. He came by and he put up a nice fence. So I was like, okay, that'll work. And he kept his little dog out from pooping in the yard. Because I had kids. I had a swing set back there and I had kids. But this is just how these animals go here. That one that we call Boner down at the end of the road. If I'd have known what I know now, he was only about 3-4 months old when we moved here. I'd asked that guy or tried to buy him or something. Because he's just the nicest dog. You know, he's one of them just faithful old hound dogs. And look at him. For 2 years now, he's in jail for committing no crime. You know, all he wants to do is he wants somebody to love him and just be nice to him. And I go, what does that guy care? It's his garbage disposal. And I feel so bad for the animals that gotta live their life like that here. And I did see some of that in the States. I saw people that had dogs, just treated them like crap, locked them out, just by a box on a short chain. I've seen it there too. So it's not just exclusive to this country, but it's more so. And the other thing you see more so is dogs that are super sick. I never heard of a dog here living more than 7 years. Now, I'm sure there are. You know, I don't know everybody. But most of the people we know, their dogs stay in a cage. They'll live maybe 7 years. They're full of worms. You don't let your kids pet them. You keep your kids away from the dang dogs. And nobody pets them anyway. The dogs, you know, they don't understand that. They don't get the affection like in the West. But that's how it goes here. It's a real shame. And cats, my goodness, we got cats from everywhere. The cats from hell. Can't believe how many are around now. And even when you get them hauled away, we had them taken all the way down here into this corner and just let off, and they were back. They were back the next day. I just can't stand all these cats, and these ones aren't mousers or anything. That calico cat that had her babies there in our bathroom, she had a mouse in her mouth. Every time you seen her, she had a little mouse and was feeding her little babies. She'd rip it apart and feed it to her babies. You couldn't give her tuna fish. You know, we'd put out some tuna. Nope, she wouldn't touch it. It was foreign to her. She wanted fresh meat. And she was a mouser. And that, I didn't mind having her around. She was friendly. Her little kitties moved on. You know, they didn't stick around. They went to their own little hunting ground. And there's a lot of mice here. When you have a good mouser and you see him coming back a couple times a day with a mouse in his mouth, hey, we got mice. There's lots of them. And all kinds of stuff. Lizards. We had wasn't that long ago. We had about a 2.5 foot lizard, big around as my fist, climbed through the bathroom window upstairs. Come on, guys. Through the bathroom window upstairs and came in the bedroom. I was like, damn. They stick on that wall like the little ones. I guess because they're bigger doesn't make any difference. But this is a beautiful morning. I'm walking. I'm hardly building any kind of a sweat. Got up this morning. My back's been sore. Something right in between my shoulder blades pinched out real bad, and it's affected my whole rib cage. And just laying down wasn't too good. But did a lot of walking yesterday. It seemed to ease it up a little bit. And this morning, you know, I had a night there. I couldn't even roll over in bed. It hurt so bad. You know, just laying down, I couldn't lay on my back. I said, "Holy crap!" So, heck, to get old, I guess. So, but it's definitely feeling a little bit better today than it was, because it was not too good. I hope it gets cleared up before we make our trip. Sometimes these things have a way of lasting a long time. Look at my shoulder. It's been, it was July of last year that I landed on my elbow, slipped on, you know, green. Be careful of that, guys. It's like black ice. And it had rained a little bit. And I'm still having trouble with it. You know, not every day, but it's still not right. I don't know if you've seen that, but over in the Northwest, we had some chain lightning again. I just wish we would get a soaking rain, just something that would be easy and go on for a day or two and soak the ground really good. At least get rid of the dust. One nice thing we did, we had the air conditioners cleaned. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I had videos I put out, and the mic wasn't plugged in properly, so I forget which ones I put up and which ones I don't. But dude came over for 2 air conditioners. It was 600 pesos. We give him 1,500. Something rather good to eat, and he did a real good job. We had a dead bird in there. Bird built a nest. One of the little ones died in there, and just funk. And he did a real good job and disinfected it. And it's something that, as much as we used it, which was very, very little, I was thinking, okay, we can probably get it cleaned once a year. Now, you got an air conditioner, you better clean it way more than once a year, guys, because it was disgusting and nasty. Talk about stink. The funk that was growing in there, and that could be what we were getting the sore throat from, because we were using it on and off for the last couple weeks. This is the hottest it's been here in Lipa City since we've been here, because we never need the air conditioner. When we first moved in, I turned it on to try it out. Okay, cools the room really good. You put it on low. I mean, that room's real cold. You put it on high, it freezes you out. And I thought, okay. And then we didn't use it for a couple years. And just in the last couple weeks, even the kids are saying, can we turn the air on? And the other room too. So we Grandma's here, so we got the air running over there too. They're inverter types. It shouldn't draw too much electricity. Our bill has been steadily going down over the last maybe 4 or 5 months. They raped everybody on the bill because the COVID was happening, and now they're lightening up a little bit. It's not as bad as it was. It went down to about 2,000 pesos. We were paying well up over 5 for nothing. Yeah. We weren't using anything. When I first moved to the Philippines, we had fans going and all that. There's a stinking dog again. And that was pretty, we would pay under 1,000, sometimes right around 1,000, which is $20. And then when we moved to Carmona, well, that went up to about 15 to 1,700. We did buy that real big fan, and we were running that most of the time. But then when we were here, we were running the same stuff. We weren't running anything. We weren't leaving anything on. We were running a fan. That's about it. And that wall fan going, and we'd run fans at night just like we always have. And the minimum we got here was 3,000. And then for a year, we were 5,400. It was just this ridiculous amount of money. And we're not using anything. And you look at this bill here in this province, the damn thing looks like you went to the grocery store and spent 50,000 pesos. It was a mile long. That's all taxes. And there's COVID taxes on there, guys. Yeah. I mean, they got their scams going right and left. Most governments in the world, they got them going. But this is here, they just put it right on there. Yeah, we COVID scammed your ass. I don't know if they do that in the States. Maybe they do, but you just never know. But my doggies are running around. I don't know if you can see them. I don't think you can see them. They're frolicking in the grass. They love this morning walk. There's the other dog. All these dogs bark. There's a couple ways I don't like to go because the high-pitched dog bark just drives me nuts. And this is what you get here. I had dogs my whole life, and like Boomer was barking. He's learning. I'm teaching him not to be barking all the time. Security guard goes by 3-4 times a night. And if I hear him barking, I'm right out to knock it off. And now he's getting to where he don't bark at the security guard no more, but he can't help himself with the cats. He's got, and he tussles with his mom all the time, but that stuff wakes me up real quick, you know, when a dog barks, because it's not normal. Most of my dogs I always had, if they're barking, something's happening wrong, because I don't let them bark. But here, you go over that back wall, they got like a choir. I think they got 90 dogs over there that just howl most of the night. The chickens weren't enough to keep everybody up. These people had to get this dog. I actually went over and got up on some rocks. They had some stuff piled up over there, and I looked over the wall, and I'm not kidding you, there must be 50 boxes over there they built, and they got all these dogs over there. It's like, why the hell would you want? And it smelled. As soon as my head got up over the wall, it smelled, guys. There's dog shit everywhere. They're just pounding into the dirt. And it's like, damn, these people all complain they got no money. Well, what does it cost to feed them dogs? You sure as hell can't have that much garbage left over from your dinner. This is what you get here. But they are incredibly loud. I try to avoid that corner, because even if I walk that street up over there, I don't know if they hear me, smell me, they start singing. And it's just a shame. At least the chickens haven't been too loud. Either that, or I'm just not noticing like I used to. So that could be it. But you're gonna run into that. You come to the Philippines, chicken's the national bird. I used to say it was the mosquito, you know, and the cockroach, but chicken's the national bird here. You know, they get these dang roosters. And me, I'd like to have chickens again, but you don't need a rooster. You know, kill him. you don't need him here. Everybody, they don't have much money. You think they'd be raising some hens so they get some eggs. No, they raise these stupid roosters and they fight them. And then, you know, I know guys that go around and give them all these shots, and they're giving them all these chemicals. And then the winner, he eats them. Well, I'm not eating that chicken. I'm not eating that damn stinking chicken all full of your drugs, steroids and shit to make them fight better. I never was a big one on like the dog fights or the cock fights. It doesn't do anything for me. You know, these guys want to do that. That's their business, live and let live. But I really don't want to see it. I just don't. You know, when I was young, there was a fellow that had a pit bull fighting ring. And then they say, okay, that makes them bad. Well, no, it's these people making the dogs bad. You know, and it's a shame. And so I got one of my pit bulls, a wounded one, got a puppy out of it. And that's just a shame. And they do this with the chickens. They even got these little sharp blades they put on their legs so they can, and I'm just like, what's the point? All of a sudden it's over. Chops the neck open, chicken's dead, and then getting the money. But I know when we were over in GMA, you'd see, you know, on Saturday nights when they'd have the cockfights, you'd see 40, 50 cops coming in there. I mean, it's a national thing. And they also got somewhere in Manila, we saw it one time, I don't remember where it was at, but they got a big cockfighting arena there. You know, I thought it was supposed to be illegal here, but I guess nothing's illegal if you got the permits. It's just they got to get their cut. I always loved how governments, they partner with you whether you want them as a partner or not. They don't do anything for you. They just take a cut of your money. They partner up with you, and they pass laws where you got to pay, or they send their goon squad over to get you. That's just the way it goes. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. It was a little bit of a walk this morning. This one's kind of long. But I'm going to let you go. And this is Rickshaw out.